Hello, my name is attorney Jose Gonzalez from Calderon Gonzalez, PC. We're an immigration boutique law firm. We're based out of Chicago, but we have offices also in Los Angeles and serve clients from any state and clients from different countries. Today, I'm going to talk about DACA and give a summary of its current state, the requirements to apply for DACA, and what to do if you have any legal concerns or questions. DACA is a policy created by the Obama administration in 2012 to protect children who came to the United States against deportation. Recipients are eligible for a work permit, social security card number, and a state ID or driver's license. It all depends on what state you're in also. DACA is available to individuals who have previously been granted DACA. If you had DACA at any point, and even if you do not have it right now, as long as you didn't commit fraud or lose it due to a criminal conviction, you can renew DACA. These individuals that had DACA before can submit renewal requests with USCIS. However, under the July 2020 memorandum, DACA will only be renewed for a 1-year period. This means that DACA recipients will have to apply to renew their DACA each year. The Supreme Court rejected the Trump administration's 2017 attempt to terminate DACA, basically telling the current administration that they didn't follow the rules in terminating DACA. However, they did not state whether DACA was a good law or bad law. The decision should have resulted in the restoration of the original 2012 program and would have required USCIS to accept both initial and renewal applications for DACA and advanced parole applications for DACA recipients. The Trump administration were rejecting applications and were sued once again and lost again, and were ordered by the court to accept first-time applications for DACA. This then led to the July 2020 memorandum. The Trump administration released a memorandum on July 2020, essentially eliminating DACA eligibility for applicants who have not received DACA in the past. The memoranda ordered USCIS to reject any previously submitted or applications being submitted and ordered them to return all the fees associated with these applications. These are for first time only, not renewals. It also eliminated the possibility for DACA recipients to be granted advanced parole. It's a special permit to travel abroad, except in exceptional circumstances. I'll talk about this a little bit later on. It also eliminated the duration of protection under DACA from 2 years to 1 year. Persons who have not been granted DACA should not apply for DACA right now, because their cases will be rejected and their fees will be returned. Even though they will reject the case, this does not guarantee that they will not record your information in their system. While the memorandum did say they will not share any information with ICE, there is no proof that ICE does not have access to the USCIS system and they can access certain individuals' information. If you are considered to be a threat to society, have a criminal record, or have a previous deportation order, your information will be forwarded to ICE. This is what this administration is doing right now. Anyone who has DACA or had DACA in the past can still renew. USCIS recommends you renew 150 days before your current DACA expires, but does not accept DACA renewal requests filed earlier than 150 days from expiration. I recommend you start your DACA renewal process every 6 months, but send it out 5 months before your expiration. Under the July 2020 memorandum, DACA recipients will not be granted advanced parole except for exceptional circumstances, as stated before. Unfortunately, the memorandum did not define what an exceptional circumstance is, but based on other cases, it usually means medical emergencies, family emergencies, and anything that is really outside of the control of the individual that's applying or asking for the benefit. If you were granted advanced parole under DACA, the memorandum states that your advanced parole is still valid. Although, right now, with COVID and the proclamation restricting international travel through this administration, I highly would advise against traveling if you are not a legal permanent resident or a U.S. citizen. So if you have DACA and you have advanced parole, you should think twice really about leaving the country. You might not be able to get back in, not based on your legal status, but based on the COVID restriction. If you applied for DACA and it still has not been granted, USCIS will apply the new changes done through the July 2020 memorandum to your case. This means that they will grant you DACA for only 1 year instead of 2 years. The July 2020 memorandum states that DHS thinks that the DACA program present some policy concerns that may merit DACA's termination. They did not decide whether they are moving forward with terminating it, but they definitely opened the door for that process to begin. Given this administration's hostile treatment of all immigrants, I highly recommend speaking with an immigration attorney only when thinking about applying for DACA. DACA does not grant you a legal status, and it does not lead to permanent residency or citizenship. By speaking with an immigration attorney, you can see if there's other avenues open to you in obtaining a permanent legal status. Getting advice from a notario or immigration consultant is not only illegal, but I've seen it firsthand. It can complicate your situation and even lead to some individuals being sent to immigration removal proceedings. I've seen it, and we deal with that a lot here in the office. While new applications are not being accepted, you still have to qualify for DACA each time you renew. So if you're renewing, and if you've ever been arrested or had an immigration proceeding started against you while you had DACA and prior to renewing it, it's important that you speak to an immigration attorney only. Remember, 3 misdemeanors will make you ineligible for DACA. 1 significant misdemeanor, think a DUI, retail theft, anything that's considered a crime of immoral turpitude will make you ineligible for DACA renewal. Obviously, 1 felony conviction will make you ineligible for a DACA renewal. Many of DACA recipients from 2012 are now in their early 20s and are making life choices that can affect their situation here in the United States. So take the time to speak to an immigration attorney to see if any of the options you have could lead you to obtain, like, let's say, a residency if you're getting married or something like that. Here at Calderon Gonzalez, we have dealt with DACA since 2012 and handled DACA cases each year. I personally volunteered at Navy Pier when DACA was announced and have handled hundreds of DACA cases in the last 8 years. It's important to know that now more than ever, USCIS is trying to delay or deny any petition that are submitted to them. Please do not trust a notario or an immigration consultant to handle your case. It's very important that you turn it in and you turn it in correctly, or you could get delays, and with the limitation of DACA now, this could mean that you could be out of status. Finally, remember you must submit 2 passport-sized photos with your applications and the appropriate fees. As of today, we're in August 2020. The fee for DACA is $0. However, the fee for the work permit is $410 plus $85 for biometrics. In October of this year, 2020, the fees for almost all USCIS applications are going to change. DACA will remain unchanged. Unfortunately, I say that because biometrics are being lowered to about $30. However, DACA applicants will still have to remain paying the original $85, so you're not going to get anything break on that. DACA, unfortunately, does not qualify for a fee waiver. You will have to submit your application with the checks, money order, or a cashier's check. I highly suggest a money order because that you could track it. Thank you. If you have any questions or even comments, you can find us on the internet and in social media. You can also call us at the office. We offer free consultations in many, if not all, of our cases. Thank you once again. I'm attorney Jose Gonzalez from Calderon Gonzalez. I honestly look forward to seeing how DACA recipients are going to change the world for the better. Stay safe and take care. Thank you.